Weighing in just a little bit over the 3,200 pound mark, the 19 FPS GeoPro here at Haylet RV of Coldwater, Michigan. One of the best out-of-the-box, off-grid capable series of campers that has ever been devised by any manufacturer. Let's take a look inside of our floor plan in a flash, and you'll see why this one's been so popular. It gives us a small space, but with light, bright colors that makes it look and feel not so oppressive. The sofa slide gives us the extra room you really need in a little camper, and this thing is outfitted with just all kinds of good stuff. We've got Azdel, we've got a new expanded 190-watt solar package, factory inverter, improved 12-volt refrigerator now with a larger fridge and freezer capacity. It's now standard off-road to give you that extra clearance there. We've got her outfitted with 12-volt tank heaters typically. There's just not much this one doesn't do. So along the way, if you see something you like, or if you have a comment, or if I just missed something, leave us a little note and let us know down there. And short of that, let's get inside because there's a lot to cover in this little one. Considering it's only 20-foot tip to tail, there's more things to talk about here than some fifth wheels that I've seen. Now, if you stay with us till the end of this video, I'll show you the RV with this sofa slide closed, and you'll see that you maintain full access of everything. She's carpetless, she's easy cleaning, but she's only 20-foot tip to tail. That means that they had to be a little creative with their space, and you can't necessarily have all the features in one little trailer. So if you want to walk around front bed, you got it. It's just in a slightly bigger camper called the 2109S Rockwood Mini Lite here at Haylet RV. If you want a theater seat, we can do that too. We need a slightly bigger trailer still called a 2205S Rockwood Mini Lite here at Haylet RV. You want a private bedroom? We can do that too. A 2511S Rockwood Mini Lite here at Haylet RV. You get the idea. They're all built for a little bit different reason. This one is made to give you high-level features with off-grid functionality, but still fully park capable. Like we have a full-size 13,500 BTU low-profile air. And I stress the low-pro air because it's actually not the tallest thing on the ceiling. The bathroom vent is. Now, you see that very vaulted roof. I don't use tricky fisheye lenses. This RV is interesting. It has a 6'1" sidewall, which, you know, a little bit short for some taller people. But they have like a 5-inch vault on this thing, so it's like 6.5 foot tall at the peak. And I can walk directly under that. My head will not touch the knobs of that air conditioner. So it's big enough for me to get around. Now, again, this is made not for every purpose, but one thing I do like is the larger bed they have here, a full 80-inch long bed, like a true queen length here, that is hard to find in some things. Is it a sideways bed? Sure. Is it still a big bed? Not a tiny little shaved down bed? No, it's not. You know, so bigger people like me can fit into it. Now, this RV is made for off-grid potential. It is built for park use still. You can do both things with it. But one of the things that helps you bridge that gap is right above that circular heat vent to the right, there's a little black switch, and that will activate the inverter. All of the household outlets in this RV run to the inverter. And basically that means the only things in this you couldn't theoretically run off the battery would be the microwave and the air conditioners. I'm hoping to see the first fully 12-volt RV introduced into North America for mainstream consumption within a couple years. We're not quite there yet, so the air won't run off-grid off the batteries, but pretty much everything else will. Keep in mind, though, when you do start running that inverter, you're basically sucking extra juice out of them extra fast. That is where the larger solar package now found on these standard will be a very welcome feature. And let's zero in on the entertainment over here. You notice how that TV swings right out. You want to make it face... frankly, this is one of the few RVs where if you want to watch TV from the toilet, you can. It's toilet TV certified. Also, this is a 110 or 12-volt television. That's actually what this plug is down here. So this plugs in here, and this TV can be powered by your battery, basically. Integrated DVD right here, so you do have DVD function, because that is Bluetooth and stereo, but it also has some HDMI plugs on it. So if you want to expand your entertainment, you can. Now, down inside here, of course, we see household outlets to be able to run the TV on normal mode, but we also see the switch for the Wi-Fi Ranger, which is basically the camper has its own built-in router, and some USB plugs in case you want to turn this thing into a little bit of a little phone charger shelf, hidden away a little bit behind the TV. Now, they had to get really creative with storage. And what they did right here, I think, is really slick and really smart. And this is one of the areas where, well, there's a lot of areas where this and the J-Feather 166 FBS that you find here at Haylett RV, they're the same but different. They each give us a kind of closet wardrobe space. They just do it in a little different way. If you look up top there, you actually see a miniature hanging rack. So if you want to, that can be some hanging storage, because otherwise this RV has none. Since they opted for the longer bed, they couldn't include side wardrobes here. It's a small camper. Like I said, you got to pick which things are most important to you. But the rest of this, I mean, they did a good job with storage considering it's a small camper. We have pocket screwed cabinet styles. You see the hidden hinges in there. I love the light bright colors. That is a sealed edge thermal foil counter, and check that out. Big kitchen breeze window and a full viewing window in the main entry door if you are so inclined. What they have done here, they sacrificed a little bit of counter space, but I think that bigger sink that they have now compared to previous, that is a very welcome, and I personally feel vastly improved quality compared to the previous generation. Now you have the option of building one of these with a propane oven down here, but all of the storage below the stovetop gets lost. And it's a small space. Everybody will want storage. Some people will want an oven. You'll find us that about 4 out of 5 of them here from Haylett RV are going to be built like you're seeing exactly in this video. Doesn't mean we won't have one with an oven, and if you want one with an oven or some other option that isn't applied to the one that we have in stock, no big deal. All you got to do is give us a call. We'll get one quoted out. We'll get one built for you. No big deal. If you don't like the one we have in stock, not a problem. I do like the double big drawers down here, though. So if you got some like baking sheets or something like that, you'll be good to go. This is another significant kitchen improvement compared to the previous generation. The upgrade to, first of all, the 12-volt DC compressor fridge, so it cools faster. And it only draws 3 or 4 amps once it's down to temp. It does not soak a lot of juice. There's a little knob inside if you just want to turn it off. Now, the light still kicks on, but no big deal there. It only kicks on when you open it, or so we think. We don't really know. Does a bear crap in the woods? Not sure. Never been there. If I saw a bear, I'd run for my life. Actually, you should play dead. Or if they're going to attack you, kick your legs in like a bicycle fashion, by the way. I hope you never need to use that advice, but if you ever are attacked by a bear, remember your Uncle Josh, try to keep you safe. They ship, apparently, with this big styrofoam. Oh! Ooh! Ooh, you just got a peek into my life. Ooh, that sound. Ooh, it sends shivers straight up my fingers, down my spine. Some people don't like nails on a chalkboard. I don't like the sound of squeaky styrofoam. Oh, good Lord. It doesn't, like, make me sick or gag or anything. It just makes me, like, I don't know what it is. I just know I don't like it. I've been told that our videos here from Haylett RV are very popular as training tools for use by agents of other dealerships, so I'm sure that they'll enjoy a little laugh at my expense right there. I'm enjoying a laugh at my expense. That was funny. Just, anyway, the black boxes on the wall. The one on the left over there is the thermostat for the propane furnace. The one on the right is the charge controller and like charge monitor for the solar and battery system. And of course, a set of household outlets. I like a little extra storage above. You see the roller shades here, high class features in a smaller trailer. And then down here, of course, we've got our sofa in the slide. I like the little detail, the cup holders in there, because I'm one of these people, I always like to have a drink close by. One of the questions you might have, though, is like, oh, okay, so where do I eat? And that's one of the neat things on this, is that it includes, as you see, a little portable picnic table that you can just kind of fold out whenever you're ready for it. But if we have a guest, or if I get in trouble because I, talk back to my wife, I'll be sleeping on the couch over here, which thankfully folds down into a sleeping space. Hopefully, you don't make the same mistake I make. Now, I joke a lot about my wife. She's so cool. She puts up with so much stuff for me. I jump around the corners. I scare her all the time. My kid's starting to do it. She's 10 years old. She's getting good at it. Drives my wife nuts. She must love me. I don't know. Anyway, we've got ourselves a big old vent fan here in the bathroom, and that does have a roof rain vent cover on it as well, which is a very cool feature. Also, you see the skylight above the shower. That's very important in this floor plan. It does have that little bit shorter sidewall. Now, I'm 6'3"-ish, and if you notice, can I stand in the shower? Yes. Is my head in the bubble? Yes. Am I spending all day here and expecting all the comforts of home? No. No, I'm not. And if that's what you're looking for, no big deal. We have other campers here at Haylett RV that can do it. This just isn't a small campers just usually don't do that very well, you know. I like the little Rockwood details though, like the little shower soak caddy, removable, so you can actually clean it. You've got the Shower Miser water saver system. If you're curious about that, give us a call. We'll fill you in on some details. And the legroom in here, again, it's a small camper, but actually because they angle the toilet a little bit, pretty decent legroom for a bigger guy like me. Stainless sink even here in the bathroom because it's Rockwood, doing Rockwood things, like adding that extra little prep shelf there, so you got a place for your, you know, hand soaps and toothbrushes, and a full medicine cabinet, not just a mirror glued to the wall, and the mirror happens to be facing that little towel ring. And notice, Rockwood actually knows what they're doing. They put the towel ring up here so that the towels aren't sitting in the sink getting moldy and grody all night. And now that I've mentioned that, go back through and watch some various videos or look at RV pictures from almost any manufacturer. So many of them will mount that right above the sink. It's pointless and stupid. Thankfully, Rockwood is sharp and smart. And it doesn't matter if you're talking at your destination or in transit or in storage. Even with the slide out closed, this one maintains 100% access to everything. I think that's one of the best parts about this floor plan. You can get to the bathroom, the kitchen, the bed. Literally nothing in this is lost when the slide's closed, and that's a rare find. And a full pass-through compartment like this is something not all the little campers out there have, but you still see the Rockwood details, the all-aluminum structure, and helpful lighting on both sides of the camper, as you see right there. Right next to that, we've got our simple side-mount solar prep plug. This RV obviously, well, maybe you haven't seen it yet, maybe you don't know, but this RV does have a 190-watt roof factory solar package on it, which is pretty aggressive for a little camper like this coming from the factory. There's not a lot of room left up there. But let's say you're parked under a shade tree. You want to keep the RV cooler when you're camping off-grid. You're going to want a portable panel to set outside in the more direct sunlight to get a greater benefit. So they still give you the best of both worlds. And really, that trend of giving us some like fancier big RV features in this little box continues. Like the fact that you've got dual propane tanks up front with an auto changeover regulator. So you have more time off-grid. And frankly, if you do burn out one of the propane tanks, not burn out, that's a dangerous word to use in relation to a propane tank now, isn't it? If you exhaust the supply of one of the propane tanks, you just flip it over the other one, never have a break in service, never have to bleed out those lines. Also, little Rockwood things going on up front here. On the now standard power tongue jack, previously optional, you see a little wheel right there. If these things are on even pretty level ground or even just gravelly stuff like this, two people can hand push these around pretty easily, which is very nice for garage parking. The RV also includes like a foot pad instead of the wheel for the front jack if you want to keep that stable. Speaking of which, one of the things I like on these is they include not just rear, but also front stabilizer jacks to give you more stability on your campsite. This floor plan, you can see some of your water hookups are up in this vicinity. You see the magnet holdback for the baggage doors there. And you can also see the what was previously optional, now standard off-road package here. Good looking aluminum wheel and that higher profile tire. I always like to joke with people. They're like, do those bigger tires do anything for you? I say, yeah, it really helps the trailer from spinning out in the mud. That's just what I do to entertain myself. And then, of course, I advise them that is not really the case. What it's doing is it's giving us some extra ground clearance, and it also has a axle riser kit, which means that sewer stuff right there is not hanging down too far close to the ground, so you're not inclined to rip it off of there. Black flush, outside shower, very handy features you don't always find on a little trailer. And that's the thing. The kind of stuff you tend to find on some little campers from one brand here or there, it's like Rockwood has all of them. They're like, okay, take all of the little camper features and put them all in one. I want all of the things here. Like all LED tail and marker lights. I mentioned the stabilizer jacks, the now standard rear ladder back here. So you might see two different ladders on a GeoPro. It depends on certain options that are applied. If you're curious about that, leave me a little note. I'll fill you in on the details there. But this is the standard ladder setup. It's 200-pound rated. Plenty enough for a bigger person like me to be able to get up and down there. Under the power awning, we've got LED lighting, anti-slam door with the bigger handle, and those easy adjust stable steps with the handy little, like, not the pins, but the little tabs that you can push with your fingers to adjust those legs very simply and easily. Then over here, They have the they adopted this last year sometime, the Griddle Station, as opposed to a Coleman camp grill, and a lot of people immediately went, hallelujah. These are generally considered categorically the superior cooking situation, and I don't know that I really disagree with that too awful much. Now, if you are more of a Blackstone purist as opposed to the subcontracted Suburban that we're looking at right here, the good news is it will still hook right up because you still have a gas grill quick connect. And in case you were curious, that is the location of your spare tire and your stinky slinky sewer hose holder. And if you ever want to see what a correctly built and assembled roof looks like, this is what it looks like. Now, it is... I know there's no trees where you can tell, but guys, it is a windy son of a gun up here. I'm hoping the camera's not getting eaten up by it. Doing the best I can to shield it. I've got a windsock and all the lapel stuff and all that good stuff. But anyway, notice no bubbles, no jubbles, which is a brand new silly word I just came up with. Everything here looking good. This is laminated. It's obviously fully walkable since I'm trekking all over this thing. We've got a low profile air conditioner right here. It is not the tallest point on the RV. Actually, that Max Air vent cover back there, that is the tallest point. That's why Rockwood uses a low pro AC on this. And when you see their total height listed, that should be to the top of that Max Air cover, since that's a standard factory feature. Over here, this is kind of a combo thing. This is your TV antenna and the antenna for the Wi-Fi Ranger to get some signal into this thing. And over here, compared to the, this is easily more than twice as good as what it used to be. So Rockwood used to have a 100 watt flex panel. This is a 190 watt raised panel. So you're thinking 190 is not more than double of 100. Is this guy an idiot? It's a matter of efficiency. Because airflow can get under that, it will exhaust heat, it will run more effectively. That is a far higher efficiency solar package than Rockwood ever used to use. It's called the Go Power Overlander package. Here's another reason I love it. That is the largest solar package available in the market right now, like a all-in-one bundle that is UPSable, meaning it's going to cost you like a couple bucks to get it shipped, tens of dollars, not crate and freight, which costs hundreds of dollars. Before I worked here, I worked at Yellow Freight, the orange trucks that say yellow. I learned a lot about that stuff over there. Now, the sidewall we mentioned is a little lower, so putting that skylight all the way to the side in this floor plan, genius move. And again, the vent cover on top of that XL fan means, like the frameless windows on this, they don't get as much airflow as a framed breeze-through window, but that fan can really help overcome that issue to a very effective degree, frankly. So let us know what you liked, what you learned, or what you'd like to see different, or if you have any questions. And short of that, remember, we're family owned and operated. Doesn't matter where you live, they're on wheels. We can get them from here to there. Every single Rockwood built comes out of northern Indiana, right next to where we are here at Haylet RV. We're less than an hour away from where these things come from. It doesn't matter where you live. We can put them on a truck and get them there just the same as Rockwood could send them to some other dealer in Timbuktu. So short of that, if you need hitching, pieces, parts, trades, finance, truck and trailer package deals, RV delivery, and everything between, we don't do hidden dealer fees, but we do everything else. So take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy Haylet camping, everyone. And if you notice, the battery already needs change. Come on.